You don't keep attracting the wrong people. You keep recreating the same emotional dynamic, just with different faces. And I know that might feel frustrating to hear because it's easier to think, why do I always meet people like this? Why do relationships never work out for me? But what if the pattern isn't out there? What if it's in how you're wired to connect? This is where we need to talk about attachment styles, but not in a clinical textbook way, because this isn't about labels. This is about understanding why you show up the way you do in relationships, why certain dynamics feel familiar, and why you keep repeating patterns even when you don't want to. And this is where May hits differently. Energy Body 1 is asking, who are you becoming in love? Secure, grounded, self-led. But Energy Body 5 is showing the truth. What are you actually doing? Because when you're triggered, that's when your real patterns show up. Because let's be honest, you can say you want healthy, balanced love, but if your behavior still looks like overgiving, overthinking, chasing, or staying when it doesn't feel right, then you're still operating from an old pattern. And here's the shift. You're not broken. You're patterned. And once you understand the pattern, you can change it because your attachment style is not who you are. It's how you learn to feel safe in connection. So in this video, I'm going to break down what attachment styles actually are, how they connect to people pleasing, and how they're shaping your relationships right now. Because this is the missing piece for most people. Before we go deeper, if this is already landing for you, if you're recognizing yourself in this, hit subscribe and tap the notification bell. Because this is where you stop repeating patterns and start understanding them. If you're new here, hi, I'm Cherry. I'm a spiritual life coach, numerologist, and energy alchemist. And if you want to go deeper into your own patterns, download my free numerology guide. Because your relationship patterns aren't random, they're coded. And once you see them, you can change them. The link is in the description box below. So let's strip this right back, because attachment styles get talked about a lot, but most people still don't actually understand them. Your attachment style is not a label. It's not something you are. It's something you learned. It's how your body learned to feel safe in connection with other people. Because when you were younger, you didn't think, I need to develop an attachment style. You adapted to how love showed up, to how attention was given, to how safe it felt to express yourself. So your attachment style is simply this. What do I need to feel safe in relationships? And that answer is what's playing out in your life right now. So instead of thinking in labels, think in patterns. If you tend to overgive, overthink, need reassurance, feel anxious when someone pulls away, your system is saying, stay close, don't lose them. If you tend to shut down, avoid difficult conversations, put away when things get intense, your system is saying, distance keeps me safe. If you swing between both, come close. No, go away. No, come back. That's your system trying to manage confusion around connection. And this is where Energy Body 5 shows the truth. Because this isn't about what you believe about yourself. It's about what you do, how you respond, how you react, how you behave when it matters. And here's the part that most people don't want to face. Your attachment style is shaping who you're attracted to, what you tolerate, how long you stay, and what you think is normal. You're not attracted to what's right. You're attracted to what's familiar. So let me ask you this. Does your relationships feel peaceful? Or does it feel intense, uncertain, and emotionally charged? Because that feeling is not random. So now that you understand what attachment styles actually are, next we're going to look at how people pleasing fits into this, because this is where it really clicks. So let's bring this together, because this is where people pleasing and attachment intertwine. People pleasing is not just about being nice. It's an attachment strategy. It's how your nervous system learned to keep connection, avoid rejection, maintain closeness. So when you overgive, when you overthink, when you stay longer than you should, that's not weakness. That's your system trying to feel safe. If you lean more anxiously in your attachments, people pleasing might look like giving more than you have, constantly checking for reassurance, overthinking every interaction, feeling responsible for how they feel. If I give enough, they'll stay. If you lean avoidant, people pleasing can look different. It can look like avoiding conflict, shutting down instead of speaking up, pretending things are fine when they are not, keeping emotionally distant. If I don't go too deep, I won't get hurt. And if you're somewhere in between, you might recognize this. You get close, then pull away. You want connection, then feel overwhelmed. You chase, then withdraw. I want love, but I don't feel safe in it. This is where Energy Body 5 makes it undeniable. Because these patterns aren't just thoughts, they're behaviors. They show up in what you say yes to, what you tolerate, what you ignore, and what you avoid. And here's the part most people avoid. Your people pleasing is not helping your relationships, it's shaping them. Because when you overgive, overfunction, overadjust, you create a dynamic where you give more, they give less. Not because they're bad, because that's the role you've taken on. The way you try to keep love is the reason it feels unbalanced. So let me ask you this. Are you in relationships where you feel equal or responsible? Because that answer tells you everything. And this is where your power is. Because this is learned. It can be changed. Not by becoming someone else, but by changing how you show up in real time. So now you can see the pattern. Next, we go into what actually needs to shift to create secure, balanced connection. So here's where everything changes, because the goal isn't to fix your attachment style. It's to stop outsourcing your sense of safety. Right now, your nervous system is trying to feel safe through other people, through their consistency, their reassurance, their attention, their behavior. And when that changes, so does your sense of stability. That's why it feels like anxiety when they pull away, relief when they come closer, confusion when things are inconsistent, because your safety is tied to them. But here's the truth. No one can be consistent enough to regulate your nervous system for you. Not because they don't care, because it's not their job. This is where Energy Body 1 comes in. This is identity work. Not I need them to make me feel safe, but I create safety within myself. And that's not just mindset. That's a shift in how you relate to yourself. Because creating safety within yourself looks like not chasing when someone pulls away, not collapsing when you feel uncertain, not overgiving to secure connection, not abandoning yourself in moments of discomfort. It's how you behave. Because you can understand your attachment style all day, but if your behavior doesn't change, your experience won't either. So the shift becomes this. I don't chase connection, I observe it. I don't overgive to feel secure. I stay grounded in myself. I don't rely on them to regulate me. I regulate myself. You stop attracting chaos when you stop needing to feel something. And this doesn't mean you stop caring. It doesn't mean you become distant. It means you stop making someone else responsible for how you feel. So now you understand the shift, not from attachment, but from awareness into action. Now let's make this real, because this only changes when you respond differently in the moment. When you feel the urge to text again, over-explain, give more, and chase, you pause and ask, am I trying to feel safe or am I already grounded? And then choose. Wait instead of chasing. Speak clearly instead of over-explaining. Step back instead of over-giving. Observe instead of reacting. And yes, this will feel uncomfortable because you're no longer using your old strategy. But discomfort doesn't mean danger. It means change. In a universal year 1, Energy Body 1 says, I'm becoming someone secure in themselves. Energy Body 5 says, show me what you do. Security isn't something you find, it's something you practice. So this is your work, not to become someone new, but to show up differently. So let's bring this back to you. You're not stuck in your old attachment style. You're just repeating a pattern. Your body learned to survive. And that means you can change it. Because the truth is, you already know where this shows up. You know where you chase. You know where you overgive. You know where you stay too long. The question is, are you ready to choose differently? If this landed for you, if you recognize your pattern in this, hit subscribe, tap the notification bell, because this is where you stop repeating relationship cycles and start understanding them. And if you're ready to understand your patterns on a deeper level, download my free numerology guide, because your patterns aren't random, they're coded. And once you see them, you stop reacting and start creating something new. The link is in the description box below. This is your moment, not to repeat the pattern, but to break it. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.